So it is Korea Republic who joined Saudi Arabia as finalists here at the AFC Under-23 Championship, also securing a spot in Tokyo 2020. Riemann Roshan from Thammasat giving you a full-time wrap-up where Korea Republic proved once again their dominance, this time against Australia with a 2-0 win. Roshan, what else can we say about Kim Ha-boom's side that we haven't already?
I've been so full of praise for them throughout this competition, and I feel like I just want to spend the next 5 minutes or so talking about them, but I know we don't have the time to do that. But look, they've been absolutely beautiful to watch, just from a fan's perspective and from someone who's here to just analyze them and watch them play. I mean, there's so many players in there that just ooze class and ooze quality. You know, you think about starting at the back in goal, Song Boom-kyun has been outstanding. He's been so composed, and he hasn't been, to be fair, troubled that much because of the strength he has in front of him. I mean, when you think about them in central defence, Sang-min has been excellent. Tae Wook, again, alongside him, two giants in central defence in there. Du Jae sitting in front of them at times. Today, again, you know, was absolutely outstanding. Just full of class and composure. Really good covering laterally, reading the game very well from a defensive perspective. And then you go further forward, Lee Dong-kyung comes in, adds so much quality up front. Lee Dong-jun, someone who I picked out, you know, as one of the star performers for Korea Republic in this competition, comes in and makes a big difference as well. Comes in at halftime. His pace, his ability to take players on. And then Kim Dae-won on the left-hand side. Oh, I mean, they've just got these players who can, you know, create all sorts of havoc for opposition sides just with the quality that they have. Such good close control, pace to run at them, receiving the ball in good areas, but also the intelligence to release. I mean, the first goal that they scored was a great example of that intelligence and that understanding amongst the team of how to create spaces for each other. You know, so Se-hoon as well doing a job up front. Cho Kyu-sung, who's done his job for them in the competition as well. So just a wonderful Korea Republic side to watch, and I hope I've done them justice with this analysis. They deserve to be going through. They deserve that Olympic spot. They've been, for me, the most entertaining side of the competition so far.
All right, and we have to touch on Graham Arnold as well. You know, he still has a chance to qualify for the Olympics. What can he salvage from today's display?
I think the fact that they still got another game to go, and you know, I think they were outclassed today. And there will be talk about, you know, did he get his tactics wrong? Did he get his selection wrong? And of course, when you know, it's one of those situations where as a coach, he's looking and analysing the opposition and thinking about his own team and the strengths and weaknesses that he has, and he's got to put out a side. And you know, whether he got his tactics wrong or his selection wrong, when some people online will analyse it, they will look at the result and think, yeah, he's got it wrong. Then obviously it becomes a wrong decision. But you know, at that point in time, with the information that he has, he probably felt that was the lineup that needed to go out and stop Korea Republic from doing the damage that he did. It didn't work out for them at all. There was no, again, understanding in their game. There was no real rhythm. And I touched on Australia and how, you know, they're a side in this competition who like to impose themselves on the opposition. Didn't get that opportunity in this game at all. I don't think they troubled Korea defensively in many situations at all, and I think, you know, we saw a completely different Australia side to the one that we've seen perhaps in this competition so far, in terms of, you know, wanting to use the ball, wanting to create opportunities, wanting to put the opposition under pressure. We didn't see that at all, and I think that's a credit to Korea Republic. But for Graham Arnold, like you said, and for Australia, still an opportunity to get into the Olympics. Forget about this game now, go into the next one and play your strongest players, go and be brave and attack Uzbekistan.
Yeah, speaking of Uzbekistan, they were edged out in the earlier match by Saudi Arabia, who waited late in the match to find a winner. And speaking of defending champions, they did start off all right. You know, they had a lot of chances, but were just not clinical in front of goal. Yeah,
you're absolutely right there. You know, I think they had opportunities in that game. It was a really good game against Saudi Arabia, and there were chances in there. They just couldn't quite take those opportunities to finish off those chances, and then perhaps the momentum of the game would have shifted more towards them. But in the end, it was Saudi Arabia who were able to come up with a win, an important one as well, because, you know, you got the winner late in the game. Didn't have to do it with extra time. Did it in the 90 minutes. So you know, I think we're set for a nice little final here. I mean, Korea Republic against Saudi Arabia. Again, two teams with different styles, tactics, and approaches to their game. And then, of course, a third and fourth placing, which could potentially be a lot more intense in the final, because that's the, you know, two teams have already qualified. We're just left with that one. Look, it's going to be a brilliant last couple of days in the competition, I'm sure. Yeah,
well, Risha, you summed it up perfectly. We still have very exciting matches to watch out for, and we will be back with the previews for both those games, so do watch out for that. In the meantime, do follow us on all the AFC digital platforms for the latest.